Priyanka Chopra teaches Jimmy Fallon the art of fake fighting, and it's comedy gold. It was a night to remember on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon as the always glamorous and effortlessly charismatic Priyanka Chopra graced the stage, not just to promote a new project, but to bring the house down with laughter. What started off as a casual interview quickly turned into one of the most entertaining segments the show has seen in recent memory. Dressed in a sleek, action-ready outfit that looked like it belonged in a blockbuster spy movie, Priyanka didn't come just to talk. She came to throw some fake punches. Fallon, always the enthusiastic host, was curious about the fight scenes in films and how actors make them look so intense and real. That was the cue for Chopra, who didn't skip a beat before grinning and asking, "Wanna learn?" The audience erupted in applause and laughter as Fallon nervously agreed. What followed was an impromptu yet hilariously chaotic crash course in movie fighting, led by none other than Chopra, who has had her fair share of action sequences in films like Quantico and Citadel. "All right," she said, clapping her hands, "let's start with the basics." She positioned Fallon across from her and began demonstrating how actors sell a fight scene without making actual contact. "It's all about timing, angle, and performance," she explained. "And you've got to sell it, the sound, the face, the energy." Chopra threw a slow-motion punch toward Fallon's face, stopping inches away. "Now react," she instructed. Fallon flinched dramatically and staggered back, pretending to be hit. The audience roared. Chopra then moved on to more elaborate moves, elbows, knees, even a fake roundhouse kick. She performed each one with a mix of finesse and exaggerated flair, showcasing her skills as both an action star and a natural entertainer. Fallon, of course, took each move and multiplied it by 10 in theatrical absurdity. His version of a punch looked like he was trying to swat a fly the size of a beach ball. His knee strike? More like a clumsy skip. And his facial expressions were pure gold, somewhere between a soap opera villain and someone who just stubbed their toe. At one point, Fallon paused, genuinely confused, and asked, "Wait, do I grunt here?" The question was so perfectly timed and earnestly delivered that Chopra burst into uncontrollable laughter. "Only if you're trying to win an Oscar for sound effects," she teased. As the segment continued, the two bounced off each other's energy effortlessly. Chopra tried to keep a straight face, giving serious instructions like a martial arts coach, but every time Fallon let out an exaggerated HYA, or threw a slow-motion pretend punch with a wild twist of his face, she couldn't hold in the giggles. Their chemistry was undeniable. Chopra's cool confidence paired with Fallon's over-the-top antics made for the perfect comedic contrast. While Chopra guided him with the poise of a pro, Fallon responded like a student who had wandered into the wrong class but decided to stick around anyway, and the result was comedy gold. One particularly hilarious moment had Chopra demonstrating how to do a fake slap. She raised her hand and gave Fallon the cue, and just as he flinched in anticipation, she stopped short and made a loud slap sound by clapping her hands together. Fallon threw himself to the side like he had been launched out of a cannon, complete with a dramatic OOF that had everyone in stitches. Even when they weren't performing moves, the banter between them was pure entertainment. Fallon joked, "If this whole movie star thing doesn't work out for you, you could definitely teach acting school for action heroes." Chopra smirked and replied, "Only if you promise to be my first student, or my last." The segment wrapped up with Chopra and Fallon attempting to perform a short fake fight choreography together. It was chaotic, clumsy, and utterly hilarious. Fallon missed his cues, made the wrong faces, and overacted every single move, but the two managed to finish their bit with synchronized spins and dramatic poses that left the crowd cheering. As they both caught their breath, Fallon jokingly said, "Well, I think we just filmed the next big action movie, starring Priyanka Chopra and her clueless sidekick me." Chopra laughed, "Don't quit your day job, Jimmy." It wasn't just the funny moments or the mock fight moves that made the segment so memorable, it was the genuine fun both Chopra and Fallon seemed to have. Their camaraderie and shared laughter made it feel less like a scripted talk show bit and more like two friends goofing around in front of a live audience. Social media quickly lit up after the episode aired, with fans sharing clips of Fallon's over-the-top reactions and Chopra's uncontainable laughter. Memes were born, GIFs were created, and the internet agreed, this was one of the best segments in recent Tonight Show history. Priyanka Chopra continues to prove that she's more than just a global movie star. She's charming, quick-witted, and, as shown in this segment, a phenomenal performer with a great sense of humor. And Jimmy Fallon? Well, he may not have a future in action films, but he sure knows how to make people laugh, even while pretending to get punched in the face. Whether you're a fan of Chopra, Fallon, or just good old-fashioned late-night hilarity, this was a must-watch moment that reminded everyone why both stars are beloved by fans around the world.